Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, does not only affect your appearance, but it also affects your health. It's been proven that people who lose muscle mass with age and have less muscle mass to show for are also the ones who tend to be more sick or have less health as age goes by. But what can you do to stop this from happening? How can you make sure muscle mass does not become a problem? What type of food should you be eating? What type of practices and habits should you have? And what exactly are you doing that might be making you lose the muscle mass that is so cherished for you to keep your health the way you want it? Not many people know that after age 30, we naturally lose between 5 and 10% of our muscle mass per decade. This is something very important because unless you take action to preserve it, the health and the situation of your body with containing disease starts to go away. And you start to see other conditions like bad circulation, problems with heart health, problems with cholesterol, and all these other conditions that start to show up more than they usually should. So what are one of the most important and most common everyday habits that silently are sabotaging your muscle health, along with practical solutions to help you protect and rebuild your strength and keep you without that aging process? Now, before we move on, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I've always been impressed at the amount of people that watch these videos, but at the same time might not be subscribed. So go ahead and press that like button, press that subscribe button, and that bell notification to receive a notification every time I give away all this free information for your health and for your lifestyle. Number 1, sitting for hours without moving. Sitting for hours without moving and sedentary lifestyles are one of the most common ways and one of those fastest ways you can lose your muscle mass and see sarcopenia appear like no other way or no other habit that you might think of. What you're actually doing with this is just telling your body that you don't really need your muscles. You're sitting around all day, you're not stimulating them, and why should your body even, give it the chance of building muscle if you're not going to use it? It's saving energy, it's very energy efficient, and it doesn't really have the need because you're sitting around more than 2 hours a day, and this can become a serious problem. This is where you see muscle mass go away. You see diabetes, you see metabolic problems, thyroid conditions, obesity, and a ton of other diseases just because you are losing muscle mass and you're having that sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for more than 8 hours a day without breaks tells your body that certain muscles, especially your legs and your lower back, that they're no longer needed. And this just becomes a very serious issue because they become a part of that breakdown because your body is saving energy. If you need something natural to make sure that you're absorbing every nutrient you need to form muscle, but at the same time stimulating it with the energy levels you need to make sure that you exercise, look for D-Enzymes Multivitamin Probillion and Woman's Probillion from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Number 2, sleeping less than 6 hours or sleeping poorly. Sleep is essential to the formation of muscle, and if you're not sleeping enough, your body does not have enough energy or the amount of will to form any muscle because you're actually very tired. Sleep is essential for this muscle repair and hormonal balance, and hormones are also a very important factor in the formation of muscle. If you have more hormones in men or in women, depending on the hormones you are producing, you are going to have a physical body and formation of muscle to fit that suit, to fit exactly what you're producing. If you have testosterone, you will have a man-like appearance. If you have more estrogen, you have a woman-like appearance, but you're going to form muscle. And these hormones will form when you have good quality sleep. If you're not sleeping well, you're not going to have these hormones, no muscles, and you start to see sarcopenia appear. Number 3, you're not eating quality protein. As we age, believe it or not, we need more protein to maintain and rebuild muscle mass. When we're young, yes, with the amount of hormones we have, we form muscle mass very easily. But as we age, we need more stimuli. And with that stimuli, we need more protein, healthy protein, like eggs, like meats, red meat, maybe poultry, all sorts of protein that will increase the production of this muscle mass. If you're not eating enough protein, you're going to see all of these accelerated sarcopenia, which is age age-related in this case, and ongoing muscle weakness. Go ahead and consume 1.2 and 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram in your body. Making sure that you're consuming enough protein will make sure that you're producing enough muscle mass and you're keeping yourself healthy and reversing that aging process. If you need something natural that will help you produce more hormones and at the same time aid you in this entire process I've just talked about, look for metathyroid, look for OnCardio, Probillion, and the enzymes from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Number 4, skipping breakfast or using intermittent fasting too much is a bad decision. Intermittent fasting, don't get me wrong, is healthy, but always in an equilibrium. You have to see that you don't lose muscle mass after you've also lost all the sugar you have in your circulation, or all the fat that was going to be lost that you've already lost, and now your body is going to consume your muscle because it needs energies to stay alive. After an overnight fast, your body needs fuel for the kickstart of metabolism early in the morning, and preventing it from having some type of healthy food in the morning is going to accelerate that sarcopenia and that muscle mass. So be careful with skipping breakfast. Be very careful with those intermittent fasting schedules you are probably applying. In the long run, you're probably just accelerating the aging process instead of putting a halt to it, because you've probably already overexceeded the capability of your body to stay within that normal range. And this is an effect. It accelerates aging, and obviously your muscles just go away. Number 5, eating foods that are sabotaging your muscles. Every single food we see on the fridge in the supermarket has an aim for the human body. If you consume sugars, it's going to stimulate your pancreas to produce insulin. If you consume fats that are refined fats, this is going to end up affecting your liver. If you consume certain sugary drinks, this is going to obviously help you gain weight and end up with a pre-diabetic or metabolic condition like diabetes. And this goes exactly to the point where you need certain foods to make sure that your muscles can actually develop and stay healthy. Most people don't understand that some foods not only lack nutrients but actively harm your muscle health and promote that chronic inflammation. These foods you should be avoiding are, for example, sugary sodas or energy drinks, which are very common, processed meats, which are not containing that much protein. They're actually containing more fats and other ingredients that are affecting your muscle mass and are making you gain weight. Also, refined flours, industrial sweets, fried foods, fast foods, ultra processed snacks. This is not going to help you gain muscle. It's actually going to help you lose muscle, and at the same time lose the health you have, accelerating the aging process and make you fall into a disease where muscle has nothing to do with what you have now, but the foods that you ate were the ones that caused it. If you need something healthy that is going to contain supplements, fruits, vegetables, probiotics, enzymes, everything you need to make sure that those nutrients are well absorbed and used in your body to form muscle, look for multivitamin Green Shot D enzymes and Probillion from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Don't forget to give this show a like button, don't forget to share, and don't forget that the more muscle you lose, the less health you will have over time. God bless and take care.